Want to follow us as we take this through its own shirt restoration journey? Then check this video out. Hello there. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through the process of restoring this shirt from start to finish. This is an Arsenal home shirt, 1999 home shirt, and it's one of my favourite Arsenal shirts, but it's in a little bit of a sorry state. The Dreamcast, as you can see, is coming off. It's a little bit dirty, and it's got no name set or sleeve patches on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the Dreamcast. Dreamcast on this one is single layer flock rather than padded flock. So it means you can replace it with single layer flock and it still looks exactly like the original did. So I'm going to take that off, put a new one on. I'm going to put a name set on the back. Now, when I see this shirt, I think Bergkamp, I think Overmars, I think Omri. Which one do you reckon I'm going to put on the back? Well, let's see. Let's wait till the end and I'll show you. I'm also going to put on some sleeve patches because there's no seams on this, so it means you can put the sleeve patches on without it having a line for the seam. Now, first things first for this is I'm going to pull it in the wash. I'm going to put it in a wash bag, a 30-degree standard wash. You never know, it might even do some of the job and remove some of this flock for me. But if it doesn't, then I've got a plan for removing it. So, time to bung it in the wash and let it dry. So here it is in a laundry bag. I highly recommend using these sort of laundry bags because they protect the shirt while it's in the wash, stops it rubbing on other things. I always wash individual shirts individually rather than with a load of other stuff. But if you do wash it with other things, again, putting it in a laundry bag will stop it from rubbing up against the other items. So 30-degree wash. No conditioner because the conditioner can damage it. So 30-degree short wash. And then I'm going to hang it out to dry, and then we'll see what happens. Now, while this is washing and drying, to use my time efficiently, I'm going to be taking you through creating the sponsor, creating the name set, and creating the sleeve patches, and then we'll be ready to press it all on. See you in a minute. So here we go in the VersaWorks software, which is the software for my beloved Roland printer. Good news about this one is I already have the Omri name set. I've even got the Premier League sleeve patches ready to print. So what we're going to do, if I just show you, there's a good feature within the VersaWorks software that limits the amount of flock or vinyl that you waste. So as you can see, if you just add them individually, it's going to waste a whole load of material that side. So we just add them all into the job, hit nest, and there they are, nicely arranged. Now, what you need to do within here is you just double click, and now you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's called the dancing ants, which are these red lines, and they signify the cut line. So we'll do another video around how to get from an image to a printable image, but I'm looking at these and I'm very happy that there's a cut line in the right places on all of it. So we're going to hit get media width so that it's the 47 centimeters or 476 mil, which is the width of the flock, and we are going to send that to print. So here's the printer in action. It's a Roland Versa Studio BN20, and as you can see, it's working its way through the name set, printing onto the flock, printing the sleeve patch and the number 4, just starting on the Omri. You'll see there's a fair bit of wastage here, and unfortunately that's because there was an issue with the winding of the flock onto the roll. They'd done it the wrong way round, so it was curling up and catching underneath here. So unfortunately we had to extend the flock past the last bar so that it didn't keep catching, but that's a minor. It's not the end of the world. I really recommend this printer. It's a printer cutter. They're around about £4,000 to £5,000 brand new, but this one I got from a reseller of used ones, and I paid around about half the price of it. So I highly recommend finding a good reseller or maintainer of devices and getting a bargain from them. But like I say, it's going through printing it. Once it finishes printing it, it will cut it. then I need to let it dry for a couple of hours before I start weeding it. So let's let it do its thing and I'll come back to you. So here we are in Silhouette Studio, Business Edition. And what we have is a picture of the shirt that we're going to create the new Dreamcast for. Within the picture, we've got a ruler in shot, and that's really important because it means we can get the size and scale of the replacement Dreamcast exact and precise to the shirt. So, like I say, we've got a picture of the original, we've got a Dreamcast in true Blue Peter style. Here's one I made earlier. And we've got this box down here. This box is 2 centimeters wide, and that's really important because what it means is we can line that box up with the ruler and we can match it to what 2 centimeters looks like on the ruler. So that means that we can size the image to correctly symbolize the size on the screen. So if I just zoom in on the ruler and line that up, so there you go, you can see this box is exactly 2 centimeters wide on the ruler. So anything that we put over the top of the image is going to be exactly the same size as what's on the image. So here's our Dreamcast. You can see if I line that up over, it is pretty much spot on. Now there's a little bit out there, but that's probably more to do with the angle of the photo, because it's direct over the top. Sometimes perspective can cause things to go out. But if you look at the outline of all of the other letters, they are spot on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out, take that away. With flock, single color flock, which is what this is, you have to cut the back of the flock, not the front. So because you have to do that, you have to flip it. So it cuts the back and then it's the right way round. So I'm going to cut some flock and get cutting. Cut some flock to size, and then I'll get the cutter cutting it. So see you in a sec. Here it is, cutting it on the Silhouette Cameo. This is a Cameo 4. Highly recommend this. It's a good starter device. But yeah, here it is doing its job. Once it's finished cutting, we need to weed it and then it's time to press. Right, the shirt is out the wash. As I thought, the washing machine has kind of taken a couple of the bits off because it was a little bit loosely attached. It's done a bit of job to clean it. Shirt's looking clean, but what we need to do now is take the rest of the Dreamcast off. Now, I think because it's flock, alcohol is going to be our friend here. So let's start. And turn it over. I don't need to use the light box now because I can see where the D is, or the letters. So I'm going to put some alcohol on cotton pad and I'm going to rub it on the back of the first 3 letters. And if you've seen our flock removal video, you'll know that you've got to leave the alcohol a little bit to eat away at the adhesive and start working it away. It evaporates a lot slower than the VLR does, but also kind of works a lot slower. So you need to let it have a little bit of time. Let's have a look with this R. It should just start coming away. Oh, here we go, yeah. So that's the alcohol is eating away at the adhesive. It comes away quite nicely. So let's start with the D now. You might need to use a scraper, or you might get away with, here we go, you don't even need to use a scraper. So here we go. And this is it. So what I'm going to do is I'll go through and I'll remove the rest of the letters. So like I say, alcohol to the back, remove the rest of the letters, and yeah, see what it looks like at the end. And here we go. Dreamcast is off. Let's go over it now, just with a quick scraper, just to kind of get off any of the last bits that are a bit thicker. That looks good there. And then with microfiber cloth, let's kind of go over and just get any of the finer bits off. And there you have it. So what we're left with now is what you can see Dreamcast, but that is discoloration. The material around where the nameset, where the Dreamcast was, has faded slightly, and what was underneath is still slightly darker, or the original colour. But now what we need to do is press on the new one. So let's go over to the press. So here we go. Done a warm peel. Let me get this right. Here you go. So that is now on. As you can see, it looks absolutely spot on. But now what we need to do is we need to do the name set and the sleeve patches. So let's get that set up. Right, so here we got it, with the name set is lined up. And before I press it, I just want to show you a few things. So what I've done is I've drawn a line with a fabric, heat sensitive fabric pen, drawn a line down the centre of the shirt. And then what I've done with the name set, or the name and the number, I've found the middle of that. So just in the middle of the N, just to the left of the 4. And I've lined that up with the centre line of the shirt, and the spacing between there to there is 6 centimetres. So on Premier League shirts of this era, that was the spacing, 6 centimetres. And then from the bottom of the name to the top of the number is 6 centimetres. Again, that was the spacing that was used. So you can see this line here is 6 centimetres from this edge. So I'll line it up, that's bang on. And I line it up, that's bang on. So what I'm going to do now is use the Teflon sheet and press it. So I'm going to press it, I'll press the sleeve patches on, and then I'll show you the finished product. And here is the finished shirt. We've taken off the Dreamcast and put on a new one. I mean, look, there is no residue visible. That looks bang on. We added the Henri name set in printed flock. That looks pretty good. I wonder if you guessed whether it would be Henri that would be on it. And here's the sleeve patches. So as you might have guessed from the video, we make all of our 99% of our name sets and sleeve badges, we make them. And this is the finished article. So I hope you liked this video as we've transformed this from kind of damage to gleaming. If you do like this, then please remember to click like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.